So this next song, You Make Me Brave. You know how it's funny, sometimes the Lord goes before us. So we write songs that we don't know how important they'll be to us or how they'll minister to us later down the road. So I mentioned my son a couple times. So Samuel, he was born with a large hole in his heart, which we didn't know about until 2 days after he was born. And so the doctor, came in and said, I hear a murmur. And we're like, oh, okay, what does this mean, So then 7 days later, we took him to the cardiologist, and they did the echo, and she said, well, he's got a really large hole, and it's not going to close on its own without surgery. So I was just sitting there. My husband was actually working. I was there with my mom, and we just went, we just like sobbing these tears, And so every month we would go to the cardiologist for weigh-ins, and they would check, because when your heart's not working 100%, your breathing is more labored, it's harder to eat, to get calories, and you're not growing as much. So about 6 months, he was on the growth chart, but barely. It was like 3%, for weight. So he was this little guy, and we flew him, we didn't fly actually, we drove to the Children's Hospital in Philadelphia, and we kind of did some research on his surgeon, and he had his heart surgery. And it was a wonderful success. It was completely healed up. He just has to go annually for checkups. The doctor just checks on him, and no restrictions on activity and anything like that. But I can still feel the feeling, some of that anxiety and angst, and just that overwhelming feeling as we were driving up there, right? We're like, okay, we're driving from Nashville to Philly, because I'm originally from Pennsylvania too. So that's about 14 hours, we're in this car and we're driving, and I just had this song like on repeat, in my earbuds. You make me brave. It's like, I have to be brave. I have to be brave. I have to get through this. I'm going to get through this. And the only person who's going to get me through this is the Lord. And it kind of sounds weird, but we actually, and Kelly and I, my husband Kelly, would say that we look back on that time, that very hard, difficult time, but it was a very, like almost fondly. It's weird to say that, because God was so present. And his presence was so tangible through the hospital stay, everything. I just felt his presence go before us. And I knew that he was making us brave. And so this song has taken on a whole new meaning. Well, such a different meaning than before. Who knows what circumstance I was, writing about at the time. It probably was nothing, in comparison to that circumstance, right? But God went before us, and so this song has a whole new meaning for me now, and it's called You Make Me Brave.
You are greater than this circumstance. You are stronger than what's pressing in on me. You are healer, only you restore. You are bigger, I can trust you, Lord. You are my help when I am weak. You hear my cry, you rescue me. You are a warrior, strong to save, a shield all around me. And you make me brave. At the foot of this mountain, I feel so small. I raise my hands and surrender it all. I need you like the air I breathe. Every word, every promise.